The drama just won't stop. Martell Holt, already known for his scandals, might finally be facing the kind of consequences he never expected: possible prison time. Yes, you heard that right. Court documents and insiders are hinting that Martell's refusal to follow court-ordered demands could push him into serious legal trouble. Welcome back, everyone. Today's story is one of the most jaw-dropping developments in love and marriage, Huntsville history. We've seen Martell in messy divorces, custody battles, public scandals, and endless fights with Melody. But this time, it's bigger. This time, Martell could be trading reality TV cameras for courtroom walls and maybe even prison bars. From what insiders are revealing, Martell has allegedly violated multiple court-ordered demands relating to his ongoing custody and financial battles with Melody. And here's the kicker: when a judge tells you to do something, and you repeatedly ignore it, the system doesn't take it lightly. Fans are already buzzing. Will Martell end up behind bars? Or will he manage to talk his way out again, like he always does? Let's rewind a little. After the divorce from Melody, Martell was supposed to comply with several court orders. These included custody schedules, financial obligations, communication limits, and other legal conditions that were designed to keep peace between him and Melody, especially for the sake of their children. But Martell's track record shows that rules are not exactly his strong suit. According to sources close to the situation, Martell has allegedly skipped mandatory mediation sessions, failed to provide financial disclosures on time, and even ignored restrictions on how and when he could communicate with Melody. In the eyes of the court, these aren't just small mistakes, they're direct violations. And if a judge gets fed up, contempt of court and even jail time could be on the table. During filming of Season 9's reunion, Carlos King asked Martell about his legal troubles. Martell, looking visibly irritated, tried to brush it off. "People exaggerate," he said. "I take care of my kids. I've been there. I don't know what Melody's talking about half the time." But Melody.com Bud Sharp fired back. "This isn't about exaggeration, Martell, it's about you refusing to do what the court ordered, and you know it." The room went silent. Stormy raised her eyebrows. Letitia glanced at Marsa like she wanted to whisper, "Here we go again." Even Kimmy shook her head with a mix of disappointment and pity. Fans noticed how defensive Martell became. His tone got sharper, his body language more closed off. It was almost as if he realized this wasn't just a TV moment, this was real life. And the consequences were catching up to him. Now let's talk about why this is so serious. Judges don't like repeat offenders. If Martell has been warned before about violating court orders, then his credibility is already low. Add on missed obligations and potential financial inconsistencies, and you've got a recipe for disaster. Legal experts who've been weighing in online say that if the court wants to make an example, Martell could be facing fines, loss of custody privileges, or yes, even prison time. But here's where it gets messy. Martell still believes he's the victim. In private conversations, reportedly caught on audio, Martell has complained that Melody uses the system to punish him. "She's trying to control me," he allegedly told a friend. "These orders don't make sense. They're not fair." But the truth is, whether or not he agrees with them, the court expects compliance. His refusal to accept accountability could be his downfall. Melody, meanwhile, has been nothing short of composed. She recently posted on Instagram with the caption, "Peace is priceless. When you walk in truth, you never have to look over your shoulder." Fans instantly interpreted it as a subtle jab at Martell, suggesting that while he's scrambling, she's focused on her peace, her music, her brand, and her kids. Kimmy, during an after-show sit-down, added her thoughts. "I don't think anyone wants to see Martell in prison," she said, "but actions have consequences. You can't break rules and think it won't catch up with you." Morris, the lawyer of the group, nodded in agreement, pointing out the legal system is about compliance. If you don't comply, the court has the authority to escalate. That's just the reality. Letitia, never one to hold back, smirked during her confessional and said, "Martell thinks he's above the law. Maybe this will humble him." Marsa, half joking but dead serious, muttered, "Prison orange ain't a good color for TV, bro." Meanwhile, fans online have gone into overdrive. Twitter exploded with memes, GIFs, and heated discussions. One user wrote, "Martell wanted to play games with the court. Now the court is about to play games with him. #prison time." Another fan tweeted, "Melody tried to warn him. He thought he was untouchable." Well, The system is undefeated. Even on Reddit, threads popped up dissecting Martell's alleged violations. Some sympathized, saying the system can be harsh on fathers. Others clapped back, pointing out that Martell had every chance to follow simple rules and chose not to. Carlos King, during a podcast appearance, hinted that the upcoming episodes will dive deeper into Martell's legal issues. He teased, "Y'all, think you've seen Martell angry before? Wait until you see what happens when he feels the walls closing in." And let's not forget Martell's own mother, Miss Marlene. She's always defended her son, but even she seemed worried when asked about his situation. "I love my baby," she said in an emotional clip, "but he gotta do better. He gotta do right, especially for those children." This is where the story gets truly heartbreaking. The kids. They've been through enough already: public fights, court battles, and custody exchanges. If Martell does end up facing prison time, the impact on them will be huge. Melody would have to take full custody, and the kids would grow up knowing their father was locked up because he couldn't follow rules. That's not just a storyline, that's a life-changing reality. Things escalated even more during a reunion taping when Carlos King asked Martell about his future. Martell, smirking at first, said, "Carlos, prison is not on my horizon. People love to exaggerate my situation." Melody quickly interrupted, "No, Martell. This isn't exaggeration. You've been warned multiple times by the judge. You ignored deadlines. You ignored restrictions. This isn't MIATs, the court saying it." The audience gasped. Carlos leaned in, eyebrows raised, clearly feeding on the drama. "Martell, do you realize if you keep this up, you could actually lose everything? Your freedom, your kids, your credibility." Martell looked away, his smile fading. The silence spoke louder than words. EGAL, experts interviewed by bloggers, pointed out that even short stints in jail for contempt of court could ruin Martell's brand. "His image is already fragile," one attorney said. "If he's booked even for 30 days, that mugshot will circulate everywhere. Sponsors, business deals, even his TV contract could be in jeopardy. This isn't just about his freedom, it's about his entire livelihood." By the next morning, fan pages were already posting memes. One showed Martell in a bright orange jumpsuit photoshopped with the caption, "Love and Marriage, Huntsville, Prison Edition." Another one had a picture of Melody sipping tea with the words, "When you obeyed the judge. And now you're stress-free." Even celebrities began weighing in, with one R&B singer tweeting, "I don't even watch the show, but Martell better humble himself before it's too late." As things stand now, Martell has a choice. He can either humble himself, follow the court's orders, and try to rebuild credibility, or he can keep fighting a losing battle, risking his freedom in the process. Knowing Martell's history, fans are skeptical he'll change, so what happens next? Insiders say the judge may schedule a hearing soon to review Martell's violations. If he shows up with excuses instead of solutions, he could be facing contempt charges, and contempt charges, when stacked, can lead to prison sentences. Will Martell finally learn, or will his pride push him to the edge? One thing is for sure, this story isn't just gossip anymore. It's a real-life legal mess, and Martell Holt could very well end up in prison if he doesn't get it together. So what do you think? Should Martell face jail time for ignoring court orders, or do you think the judge will give him yet another chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's get this conversation going. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this wild story. Trust me, the drama is only just beginning.